I laid my hands on fresh henna leaves today, and guys, I'm about to dye my hair and I'm so excited. I know a lot of you don't know about this. This is called fresh henna leaves, though it is usually called lali around here. Most people don't know that this is actual henna leaves. You all know that henna is usually used for beautification, and it is also used on the hair to make your hair darker. I'm going to prepare these fresh henna leaves and then apply it on my hair so you guys can see the results. If your hair is turning brown or you're battling with gray hair, you want to watch this video to the end so you can see the process. Without talking too much, let's get started. So the first thing I need to do right away is to take out the leaf from the stem. If you have used this fresh henna before, whether for hair or for dyeing your hand or leg, because I know that lots of people usually use it to dye their finger. If you have used it before, please comment in the comment section and tell me how you prepared it. Some time ago, I visited the north and I found out that the ladies there usually grind the fresh henna leaves and then paste it on their feet. They use a poly bag to wrap their feet, then they let it sit for a few hours and then they take it out. It usually gives this deep orange color, and it is also a form of beautification for them. After separating the leaf from the stems, I carefully washed it to remove dirt and impurities. The initial plan was that I'm going to knead it with my hand, but it happens that I'm going to sleep here if I decide to knead it. So I decided to just put it into my coffee blender and then blend it without adding water. The people I have seen using these fresh henna leaves usually pound it or grind it with a grinding stone. If you don't have patience just like me, go ahead and blend it. But I'm made to believe that it works better when you slowly grind it, especially with the grinding stone. I don't know if that is a myth. The leaves weren't grinding the way I wanted it to, so I had to add a little bit of water. I don't know if I have ruined it, so let's just watch and see how it comes out. From here, I am already noticing that my hands has started to change color. If you have nails on, please don't do this without wearing a glove, because your nails is going to change color. Like your hands will be red or yellow or whatever color it is. So this is a perfect consistency. If I was putting this on my leg, I would have just pasted it and then used a poly bag to wrap my leg. But then I am using it on my hair, and I will not just take the paste like this and then apply it on my hair. If not, I'm gonna probably sleep in the bathroom trying to wash out the chaff from my hair or the residues. So I am not going to apply it like this. Rather, I am going to sieve it. I'm going to use a cheesecloth to strain out the juice. We are going to be using the juice and not the paste. Based on my finding, I found out that using it as a paste actually works better than just the liquid. But then this is hair. I cannot just apply the paste on my hair. The residues is going to remain in my hair, so I don't want to go through that stress. So the liquid is not that watery. It's a bit thick, and that is good. So if you're a northerner or you know one or two about henna or lali as they usually call it, please let me know if I'm doing it right or I'm doing it the wrong way. Just let me know, please. Also, how long does it take to leave somebody's hands? Because at the moment my hands have turned to orange, like deep orange. I don't even know how to get it off my hands. The mistake I made from the beginning was that I was supposed to wear a glove to protect my hands. After squeezing out the juice, I'm going to show you guys what my hands looks like right now. Anything you use for this process and you don't wash it out immediately, be rest assured that the color will change. The leftover shaft can be used on the leg. Just apply it on your leg and then use a poly bag to wrap it up. If not, just throw it away. For me, I'm going to be throwing it away because I don't really fancy dyeing my leg. Henna has been used for centuries, not just for art, but also for its cooling, healing, and dyeing properties. Across India, Morocco, Egypt, henna has been marked celebration, rituals, and beauty for generation. Rest in peace to my applicator bottle because I know it can never be the same. You guys just have to bear with me and manage orangish, yellowish applicator bottle after today. I'll quickly transfer this into my applicator bottle with a funnel to avoid spilling. If you are so bothered about your applicator bottle getting colored, maybe you should use a bottle that you don't mind discarding afterwards. But for me, whatever color it changes to, I'll still use it. I don't really care. If you feel like adding essential oils, this is the right time for you to add it. There is one thing I forgot to add, and that is lemon. According to what I heard, if you add lemon to it, it will help enhance the dye effect. I don't know how true it is though. I am just trying what I heard. So let me know if it is true, if it actually helps. So I'll just quickly squeeze as much lemon as I can get into the bottle, then shake it up and it is ready to be used. Here are some tips you need to know to get the best result. Adding lemon juice will help enhance the acidity and also help the dye release. If you add black tea or coffee to it, it will darken the color. Same as amla or indigo, though they are optional. Lastly, do not use metal bowls for this. It can interfere with the dye effect. Also, I do not advise anybody to make this and store it into their refrigerator. If you want to store it, put it into your freezer instead. Now let me show you guys how I use this on my hair, because I said it before. We'll prepare it, apply it, and I'll show you guys the results. So let's do that, and you want to stick to the end of this video so you can see the results. After applying it all over your hair, you want to use a plastic bag to cover it up. The heat from the plastic bag will help the dye penetrate into the hair. I decided to use 2 plastic bags because they were so light. I also added a shower cap to intensify the heat. Before you start doing this, you want to use a cloth that you don't mind throwing away, or you don't even mind if there is a stain on it, because there's a probability that this will stain your cloth and it will not go off. Afterwards, I'm going to leave this for 30 minutes and then I'll wash it off. I will come back to come and show you guys the final result. So keep watching. So after about 30 minutes, I went ahead to wash my hair off. I used plain water. I didn't use any shampoo. This is too obvious, like my hair has gotten darker. I hope you guys can see the change. This really works. You know what I would have done differently is leave it for a longer time, maybe 2 hours thereabouts. So what do you guys think? Please drop your opinion in the comment section and let me know if you'll be trying out this. If you feel like preserving it, you want to pluck the fresh leaf and then dry them up, grind it, and then you can store it. That is the only way it will stay longer. But you cannot store the fresh leaf. If not, it's going to go bad. You have to dry them, then blend it, and then keep it inside a tight container. Another alternative to lemon is apple cider vinegar. You can add apple cider vinegar to release the dye. You want to also leave it for at least 4 hours. That is what I failed to do, but next time I'm going to try it. I'm going to leave it much longer. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. See you in my next upload. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye.